welcome to another practice. Thank you for joining me for this short hip opening flow. Now, today we are going to be looking at hip mobility and just a lot of movements that can make the hips feel a little bit better, or the muscles surrounding the hips. As we know, the hip is a ball and socket joint, so we need to stabilize the hips and also use that nice mobility as we words. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another practice. Today we are going to be moving through a shorter hip opening flow. Now when we say hip opening, we don't literally mean opening the hips, but we mean to help the hips be mobile in all directions. So we know the hip is a ball and socket joint, so we want to do exercises that can help you with standing, walking, even sitting for a long time if we have stiff hips. We can store a lot of emotions and stress in our hips. As we get stressed and maybe anxious, we're tired, we can create tension in the hips by tensioning the body. So we're just going to do a nice flow today just to open everything up and make everything feel a little bit more fluid. So when you're ready, join me on the mat and we will get started. Okay, so we're going to start in a laying position today. So just find your way down. We're just going to breathe for a second and just connect to the breath. So find your comfortable place to lay. You can have the legs outstretched in front of you and the hands beside the body. Option to bring the hands to the belly if you would like to. And just gently close off the eyes. Relax the shoulders down, and with each exhale, imagine every part of the body releasing a little bit deeper and deeper into the mat. The hands are outstretched to the side, just palms facing up. Perhaps take a few nice deep inhales and exhales just to begin. Good, we're just going to start by doing a little box breath. So we're going to breathe in for the count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4 again. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. When you're ready, come back to your natural breath and just start rubbing the hands together. So create a little bit of heat. We're getting cold at the moment, so create a little bit of heat within the hands and then just gently placing them onto your heart space, allowing the elbows to come out to the side and relax down. Just gently for a second bring in an intention to your practice. Now this doesn't have to be anything big, it doesn't have to be anything, even a goal. It can be a word, something that just means something for you at the moment, maybe to stay present, maybe to let go throughout this practice and just really listen to the body. As always, if anything is uncomfortable during your practice, please just be mindful and step back slightly. Take one last deep breath, seal in that intention. Exhale through an open mouth, sigh it all out. Good, slowly bend the knees. Bring the feet onto the mat, knees bent. Outstretch the arms to the side. We're going to do a couple of supine twists. So gently just shuffle the hips towards the right hand side and allow the knees to fall over to the left. Drawing down that right shoulder. Now we've just started our practice, so don't worry if you don't go that far, you can just keep the legs raised slightly or move them back. Just come to where you're comfortable. Maybe the head gazes to the right hand side. And just notice what's happening in the body now, any areas of tension, any areas of discomfort, and keep an eye on those areas throughout the practice. Take a breath in as you slowly raise the knees towards the center and gently shuffle the hips over to the left and allow the knees to fold over to the right. Allowing that left shoulder to ground and the gaze towards the left hand. You can keep your eyes closed here as much as you need. Lovely. Inhale as you gently bring the knees back towards center. Shuffle the hips to the midline, and as you take a breath in, draw the knees in towards the chest. Give them a nice big hug. Perhaps the forehead comes towards the knees. Maybe a little shuffle from side to side, a little movement, waking up the spine. And then we're going to rock and roll to come up to seated. So use a few times here, maybe 4 or 5 rocks, and really allowing the spine to get a nice massage here, forwards and back. And then eventually come up to a comfortable seat. Now feel free to use a block or a brick underneath the bottom here if you would like. Crossing the legs or having them outstretched in front of you. You're just gently going to walk the right hand away from the body. Inhale as we sweep the left arm up and over. You can start to bend that right elbow if you are comfortable, and perhaps a little gaze up. And we're keeping this left sit bone grounded. Take a breath in as you sweep over to the opposite side, so the left hand walks away. Right arm lifts up and over. Take a nice big breath in as you open up the right side. Exhale to bring the hands back up. Stretch the arms up towards the sky, gaze towards the thumbs. As you exhale, draw the hands through the midline and gently walk them out in front of you. Now we're keeping our sit bones nice and grounded, so don't worry about how far you get down. We're just reaching forwards and then releasing the head when you're comfortable. You should feel a nice stretch in the outer hips here. As you breathe in and out, expanding the back of the chest. Good. Inhale as you gently walk the hands back up. Now, whichever way you've got the legs crossed, just uncross them and then cross them back the opposite way. So whichever way, whichever foot you had on top or leg, swap them over. Lovely. Same thing again. Gently walk the right hand away from you and the left arm up and over. Good. Inhale as you lift, swap over to the opposite side. Left hand walks away, right arm reaches up. Good. Inhale to lift, sweep the hands up towards the sky, gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, draw through the midline, walk the hands forwards. Again, grounding down through the sit bones. You can even place a block underneath the head here, a pillow, a book, anything you have handy. Good. Inhale to walk the hands back up, gently coming over to all fours, so either over the knees or stretch the legs around. Knees under the hips and wrists underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers slightly. Inhale as we release the belly. Look forward, open the chest. Exhale, press into the mat. Chin comes towards the chest and we round the spine. Inhale, release the belly forward, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine, press away from the mat. Good. One more time. Inhale, release the belly. Exhale, curl the spine, chin towards the chest. Gently walk the hands forward just a couple of inches, curling the toes, send the chest back, the hips high, and find your first downward facing dog. Now, I would really recommend bending the knees as much as you need here, especially if it's first thing in the morning or it's the first one of the practice. We start to pedal the feet out one by one here, really coming into the tops of the toes, really stretching out the back of the legs, maybe a little look underneath each arm. And then find an area of stillness, release the heels down. Again, you can still have the knees bent here. Inhale as we sweep the right leg high. Exhale as we draw the right knee in towards the chest. And then step that right foot through. Might need to give it a little hand if it needs. Inhale as we gently open the chest, gaze forwards. We're going to step the left foot towards the front of the mat. Find a nice forward fold. Inhale as we gently ground down through the heels, and we're going to start coming up towards a nice standing pose, our Tadasana, or mountain pose. Gently coming up, head is the last bit to lift. Perhaps closing the eyes here, hands by the side. So find a nice strong posture here. You can either have the feet hip distance apart or bring the big toes to touch and the heels a little separated. Allow the shoulders to relax. Just bring your mind back to that intention that you first set. And here, really feel some energy grounding down through the earth, all the way up through the feet, through the legs. And imagine the hip bones are drawing in towards each other. Find that nice engagement through the outside of the hips coming inwards, and a little lift in the pelvis, the lower belly. And the lower belly. Take a nice breath. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale to sweep the hands high. Exhale, draw the hands down. Forward fold. Crown of the head towards the ground. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the left foot back. Drop the left knee and release the back toes. Keep the right knee over the ankle as we inhale, sweep the hands high. And then exhale, we're going to open out to the right hand side. So gently draw the right hip back slightly. Right arm goes towards the back of the mat, left arm in front. Take a couple of breaths. Options here to bring the hand onto the knee, the front hand, and the back hand towards the lower back, allowing you to gaze towards the back of the mat. Good. Inhale to come back around to center. Bring the right hand towards the outside of the right hip and gently lift out of this lunge slightly. As we exhale, reach the left arm up and over. And you should start to feel this in the front of the left leg and the front of the left hip. Good. Inhale to sweep up and over towards the left hand side. We're going to bring the left hand down and the right arm lifts up and over. Now feel free to bring the left hand onto a block or a brick. Completely up to you here. See what your body needs. Inhale to come back up and then exhale. Bring the hands down. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, and then step back to your plank or half plank with the knees down. As you exhale, drop the knees. Lift the tailbone as you send the chin and the chest down. Inhale to sweep forwards and up, finding a little cobra. Exhale, curl the toes, send the bottom up and back, downward facing dog. Good, take a couple of breaths here, press the mat away. Inhale, sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Look forward as we exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. And then step the left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale to tent the fingers, open the front of the chest. And then exhale, step the right foot forwards. Find a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, sweep the hands up towards the sky, gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the right foot back, drop the knee, and release the back toes. Inhale, sweep the hands high. As we exhale, open out to the left-hand side. Draw that left hip back slightly. Option of bringing the hands to the knee and the lower back. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Bring the left hand onto the left hip and then reach the right arm up and over. Be mindful to just bring yourself out of the lunge first. Just a little bit. Inhale as you reach the right arm up and over onto the ground. And then the left arm reaches all the way up and lengthening the left side of the body. Again, bring the hand onto a block if you need here. Inhale to lift back up. And then exhale, float the hands down. Lift the back knee, step back to your plank, come through your vinyasa. So option, you can go straight to your downward facing dog, or you can go from high to low plank, chaturanga, keeping the elbows in. Inhale, float up. Find upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift the bottom, up and back, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Inhale as you sweep the right leg high. Bend the knee, open out the hips. See if we can keep the shoulders nice and square here. As we exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, shoulders over the wrists, and then step the right foot forwards. Coming into warrior one, so drop the left heel. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Option here of bringing the hands to your heart space. So we're keeping the front knee over the front ankle and sending the energy towards the outside of the left foot. Inhale as you open up warrior two, spread the arms wide. So we're keeping the legs in the same position, but the pelvis is facing towards the left and the arms are outspread. Inhale as you start to lengthen the front leg, and then exhale to reach the right arm forwards and down to the inside of the right leg, left arm reaches high. And you can look up if your neck is comfortable. Good. Exhale as you look down. Sweep the arms forwards and up as we pivot on that back foot, coming into a high lunge. As you exhale, start to send the chest towards the front knee and start to lift the left leg high, finding a warrior three. So engaging the bottom on that right side and dialing down the hip with the left. Inhale as you start to bend the left knee, drawing it all the way into the front. And then as we exhale, you're going to bring the left foot or the left ankle just above the right knee. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to bend the knee, the standing knee. And then gently bring it down. You should find a nice stretch in the outside of the left hip. Perhaps find an opening of the arms, gazing forwards. We're going to come all the way back here to warrior three. So we're going to bring the hands together. Inhale as you bring the hands to your heart center and the knee lifts. And then exhale, gently send the left leg back. Find warrior three. Take a breath. Exhale, start to bend the front knee. See if you can softly land the left foot to a high lunge. And then lift the hands high. Exhale, bring the hands down onto the mat. Step back to your plank or half plank. Come through your vinyasa, your choice of bringing the knees down, or chaturanga. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale as we sweep the left leg high. Bend the knee, open up the hips. Again, keep the shoulders nice and square. As you exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest and step the left foot forwards. Finding your warrior one, drop the back heel. Inhale, sweep the hands high or to your heart space. Keep the left knee over the left ankle. As you exhale, open the arms out to the right. Find your warrior two. Inhale for Trikonasana as we lengthen the front leg. Exhale to reach the left arm forwards and release it down to the inside of the left leg. And the right arm lifts. Gaze towards the top hand if your neck is comfortable. Good. Exhale to look down. Bring the hands all the way down and forward as you bend into that front knee. Pivot on the back foot. Find a high lunge. And then warrior three. So we're going to bring the hands to our heart space. Start sending the chest towards the left knee and gently lift off with the right leg. Doesn't matter how far you get here. We're engaging the left hip, the left bottom, and dialing down with that right hip. Little wobble. Here is always good. As you inhale, bend the right knee. Draw it in towards the chest. And then bring the right foot on top of the left knee, just above the left knee on the thigh. Take a breath in, hands to heart space. As you exhale, gently start to bend that standing knee, flexing the right foot. And you should feel a nice stretch to the outside of the right leg. Good, finding our way back to our warrior three all the way from here. So we're going to start lifting that right knee. As we exhale, start to send the right leg back. And then we're going to softly land that right foot down onto the mat. Release the hands down. Step back to your plank or half plank. As you exhale through your vinyasa. If you're coming to chaturanga, look forward, engage the bottom, engage the belly. Inhale, find upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, sweep the right leg high. As you exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, lift the hips, and then step the right foot forwards. Finding our runner's lunge here. Look forward, open the chest. Drop the left hand down, sweep the right arm up towards the sky. And then we're going to pivot the right foot out towards the right hand side. Parallel with the front edge of the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, pivot onto the blade edges of both feet. Draw the hips down and send the right arm towards the back of the mat. Inhale to lift the hips, send the right arm forwards, nice big stretch. As we exhale, sweep the hand back, lower the hips. Inhale, sweep the arm up and forwards. Exhale, hand to the back, lower the hips. Inhale to lift and bring the right arm onto the mat. Bring all 10 toes facing forwards, finding our lizard pose here. So the right foot is towards the outside of the mat, the hands are inside. And gently just find some movement here, forwards and back, side to side. An option for your lizard, you can keep everything lifted, hands pressing into the mat, or you can bring the forearms down. You can also drop the back foot. So just find where you're comfortable here. Find a bit of movement. Lovely. Inhale as you gently bring the hands back up and then pivot or heel toe the right foot across the mat. coming into your pigeon. So bringing the right knee down, releasing the back toe, and gently walk that back leg away from you. So we're lifted here, we're engaging the bottom. If you have a nice gap underneath the right bottom, you can bring a pillow or a blanket, anything like that underneath. Inhale to lift the chest. And then as you exhale, either keep the hands on the mat or tent the fingers, or you can gently walk the hands forwards. And release the forehead down. So come to where you're comfortable with your pigeon. You can even bring a block or a book or a brick underneath the forehead. And as you breathe out here, really release any tension in the hips. This is nice and strong, so really release any tension as you exhale. Good. Inhale to start lifting the head, press the hands onto the mat. Curl the back toes. We're going to send the right foot back to your downward facing dog. Lengthen the back, press the mat away. Inhale to sweep the left leg high. As you exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest and then step the left foot forwards. Finding your runner's lunge here, open the chest, look forwards. As you bring the right hand down, sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Finding a nice easy twist. Feel free to drop the back knee. And then we're going to heel toe the left foot out towards the side, parallel with the top of the mat. As you exhale, pivot onto the blade edge of both feet. Send the left arm back and start to lower the hips down. Inhale to lift the hips, sweep the left arm up and towards the front of the mat. Exhale, draw the hips down, left arm back. Inhale to reach the left arm up. Exhale, send it back and the hips down. Inhale, reach the left arm up and onto the mat. Bring all toes facing forwards and find your lizard here. So bring the hands to the inside of the left foot and the left foot is towards the outside of the mat. Again, finding your lizard pose here. Gentle movement forwards and back. Maybe a little side to side. And then eventually coming into the posture. So feel free to drop the back knee. We'll bring the forearms down. And again, you can bring a block or a brick underneath the hands if you would like to. Good. Inhale to lift back up. And we're going to heel toe the left foot all the way across to the right side of the mat and draw the left knee behind the left hand. Bring the right leg down if it's not already and gently walk that back leg away from you. Again, bring a blanket or anything underneath the left hip if you need. Tent the fingers, open the chest, look forwards. As you exhale, either stay here or bring the forearms down and create a little sort of pillow with the hands for the head. You can also bring an actual pillow down or a block brick. And again, breathing into any tension here, releasing it from the hips. Good. Inhale to gently press into the hands, lifting up. Coming to sit on the left hip here, swing the legs around. Coming into our Baddha Konasana, our cobbler's pose. So draw the soles of the feet together. Gently lift the hips and draw them a little bit further towards the heels. You can make a bigger diamond here if you would like to. A bit of space in the middle, completely up to you. And then gently bring the hands either around the ankles or the tops of the feet. Inhale to lift the chest. And then exhale, send yourself forwards and down. So we're keeping length in the spine as we lower. And then relax the head down when you're comfortable. Keep that lovely breath. Good. Inhale to gently raise back up. Give the knees a hand, bring the hands to the outside of the knees and gently draw them in. Lovely. With the knees bent, we're going to come down to laying. So keeping the knees bent, arms outstretched in front of you, palms facing in. Drop the chin towards the chest, engage the belly as you gently lower down. Taking your time here, engaging the core, and then eventually allowing yourself to come down onto the mat. Finding those supine twists again. Open out the arms or cactus, however much room you've got. Gently shuffle the hips towards the right and then allow the knees to fold over to the left. Perhaps the gaze comes to the right and just check in with the body. Just notice how it's feeling now compared to when you started. If you want a deeper stretch here, you can wrap the right leg over the left and then draw that down. Just a bit of a deeper twist here. So again, listening to the body and just noticing how it's feeling. Good. Inhale, draw the knees back to center. Unravel if you have wrapped them around and gently shuffle the bottom to the left and allow the knees to fold to the right. Again, if you're looking for a deeper stretch here, wrap the left leg around the right and gently allow them to come over. Again, drawing that left shoulder down and gazing towards the left-hand side. Inhale, gently unravel the legs, draw them into center, and then allow the knees to come into the chest. Nice big hug. Again, maybe the forehead comes forwards towards the knees. And then exhale. Open out the legs, find your Shavasana, your final rest. So option here of lengthening out the legs, perhaps coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to fall outwards. Opening out the hands, the palms facing up, and just take a few breaths here. Relaxing your forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the chest, the shoulders. Allowing your body to melt down. No more effort here. Now feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you need, or we're going to gently turn onto the right hand side and make our way to a comfortable seat on the mat, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze low. So again, finding a nice comfortable cross-leg position, hands placed on the knees. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the spine. Take one last breath in to seal our practice. Exhale as you sigh. Thank you for flowing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this shorter flow. Please let me know if you have any suggestions of anything you would like to see, and I'll see you another time. Bye.